So this is the contradiction here. Yeah. Hello and welcome to this DEFCON 2 2v2 Warno tournament game. We're in the playoffs and we've got two teams today, unsurprisingly. Icarus and SaintBlindFire. Icarus, formerly Emperor Nate. Their team name is Better Dead Than Red, and they're up against Cuff and Pro Commie who is a red, and their team is Desant ATGM team. Of course, a reference to the infamous bundle of sticks ATGM. Looking at the divisions, somehow 82nd slipped through the band, so Cuff's on 82nd, Pro Commie's on 2nd Panzergren, and they're up against 11 Easy and 5th Panzer. Certainly the draft, I think Red's got the better draft. We'll see what happens. All of these players play quite a lot. Cuff's like rank 5 at the moment. Pro Commie's pretty high ranked as well. Same with Icarus. I don't see SaintBlindFire around a lot. But yeah, this is a pretty high level game. They're on urban Frontlines. And yeah, looking at the deployments, SaintBlindFire playing the Para Regiment as he has done every time. And he's just YOLO into center with, wow, 7 50 cals. 2 Minstrels, Milan 2, Paras, Marine, and some other stuff, you know. And then Icarus is taking the left side, so he's actually also going for center. Charlie, even. So there's not much of a play on Bravo or Echo. Oh no, never mind. There is a small French force going to Echo. So they're going hard on Charlie, basically. Yeah, switching to their opponent's deployment. Got the red team, Desant ATGM team, and they're also going hard on center. With 250 cals and just like lots of airborne and snipers and stuff, but they're also putting a significant what? Okay, so they've spent a lot of points. They've put 5 units here, which is really weird because there's nothing out here. Like, you need maybe 1 unit to stop an alpha attack, right? But they're not. Okay, so they are going for Bravo, but yeah, there's a big point investment over here, which the enemy isn't reciprocating. So unless they push, this is all going to be wasted points, and the enemy's going to have more in the middle. And yeah, a couple units on left. They're not going for Echo. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll cast the game, do it from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and one thing I forgot to mention in the draft is that the generous channel joiners, they get their names on the screen, they get the videos early. They get the videos early, and they also get members exclusive videos. So thank you to them. And they will have noticed that there's a fob here from Pro Commie and Cuff. So we should expect to see 4 Lars out, which is devastating in the center of the map. But it's got to go late to get those Lars out. Yeah, so there's a lot of 50 cals here. We'll see what happens. Lars would kill those, but yeah, this is a lot of units for nothing, basically. I think it's a bit of an overinvestment. This one, Fernspare, is retreating early, but this is a very effective house because it could actually see the reinforcement route. So it can see everything coming down that road. And here we go, all the 50 cows are here. And they're going to immediately start killing all these airborne pretty quickly. You need artillery to deal with this, really, but if you buy arty at the start, it's kind of difficult to... okay, first minute, he's just bought 2 Lars. So, yeah, this should start going down pretty fast. But look at the DPS there, they're really hosing him down. You don't want the sniper in the same building as the other guys, because he's taking damage, whereas if he was in a building by himself, he wouldn't be spotted due to the additional stealth. You see the rotations there. Red doing alright for themselves. Getting a lot of kills and stuff. Lots of blue deaths. And yeah, that FS Jaeger gets a transport there. The TPZ, I can't believe it. I keep getting demonetized and I like money, so you know, we just got to change it up. Lars opening up, presumably on this blob here. Yep, he's going for all the 50 cows. 50 cows retreating, taking some damage there. Typically, you want both Lars on one thing. Leopard 1s go down in 1 hit to Milan 2s. And Icarus, yeah, there's definitely an advantage for blue in the middle, particularly because of this investment here, and of course the fact that Pro-Kami immediately bought a fob and 2 arty means that there's really not a lot of red units here, so they are getting pushed out, but they do have that that +1 there. So just your standard kind of infantry grind fest. You got to get your units back before you think you do, because they take quite a while to leave the district, and they leave very slowly, and they get shot on the way out. So, like, that guy died. And you see the power of the man too there, just killing stuff, and red has really just sort of ran out of units here. There's no supplies, so they can't keep the fight going. But, you know, they do have the zone, although I've noticed, yeah, there's been a bit of a delay here. So he went this way, as though going this way. Which, I mean, he's got people there, so I'm quite surprised. Pro-Kami's actually loaded this guy back up, which is smart. But somehow he lost this fight here. I believe he was caught out in the open, and Icarus just shot him. So, Leopard 2's in here now, and there's nothing that can stop it. More 50 cals purchase is not what you need. You need like an ATGM, a healer would be really useful here. Or just any helicopter back here. Yeah. I think blue, they're just capitalizing on the fact that there's just basically a 2v1 over here. I'm not sure where Pro-Kami's units are. I guess that it's all the arty, right? So there's another unit there. Ihawk misses, but the Stinger hits it, so that guy's going to be repairing for a little bit. And this is the problem with this arty heavy opener. It takes time to pay for itself. And in that time, if the enemy just runs into you, then, which is what is happening, then you lose the zone, which is what is happening. So that is rough. Not sure where this guy's going. Yeah, but because this guy's come over here, he actually can't see down that road anymore. So that's the trade-off there. Pioneer Armburst coming in here. And red, yeah, these units are going to die from Cuff. He doesn't realise how far up the front is. That's painful, man. Losing 2 airborne. That's like, how much are these now? 70 plus the transport 90. That's 180 points just died there. Which, when you're this far behind, is not ideal. F4 going on that Cobra, which didn't dive in time or at all. Might go down to the Stinger and the Ihawk, but 5th is a pretty broken division. Basically, it gets 4 of those in a card for 165 points with 65% accuracy, double fire missiles, which is just very, very silly. This guy's got to get out of here, but there's a tendency to think, man, I don't want to lose the zone. I need to leave him in for as long as possible. And by the time you get round to it, he's dead because right, he's going to get shot on his way out here. He's low cohesion, so he's going at 1 mile an hour. Mega Waffle out here. It's going to get quite a few kills, although he's target switching. Oh no, looks like Pro-Kami's going to run into it. Yikes. That's pretty rough there. Now GBT missed. Bit of a overinvestment from the teams there. And yet, oh no, he's bought 2 more. I really don't agree with this. I really don't agree with this. Like, the front line's collapsing and he's just bought 4 artillery pieces and a fob. Obviously the fob comes out at the start, but I really think he should have not bought 4 artillery pieces because the enemy has got in. And now they're just sort of switching it up and coming over here. This isn't doing anything. You put it here, maybe it's a bit more useful. But because all that infantry's dead, looks like blue's going to burst in here as well. So, yeah, the start was very strong from red. It's just the Lars overinvestment. This is 2 minutes income on Lars, and then they lost. Okay, so that's 1 minute's income across the team, right? And they lost half a minute's income in the transports and stuff like that. And you see that. You need that when the front line is static. If the enemy's constantly running into you, it's not very helpful. And you see that red are just bleeding out here. Blue's actually taken this now. 2 CVs. So, Lars firing again. And yeah, at least he's using them. But where's the 4th one? Oh, there it is. It's a misuse of points, and the front lines just collapsed it for red. This looks is going to go further. We're probably going to shoot that Humvee, actually, because it's just there. And so it dies. Sort of a weird autocannon pen mechanics. Basically, it just misses, and as soon as it hits, it just eviscerates it. But sometimes you see like a volley like that, where it all misses, and then one hits, and it just goes pop. I'm not quite sure how that works. Like 3 pen, you'd think 3 damage, but I don't know. Anyway, there wasn't enough airborne dragon here. There is now. And red are having a very tough time doing anything. I mean, +6 is pretty rough. The LGB is going to snipe a priority target. They are reinforcing, but like, look, there's 105s here. They're not doing anything. It's just huge artillery investments when the front line's moving like this. It doesn't. Shit. This one's totally fried. I'll put it in the washing machine. It's on the keyboard as well. Alright, sorry about that. I just had a sort of minor technical difficulties there. So, you know, Red, they are actually starting to make progress here. The Lars are starting to show. It's pretty rough, though, when once every 60 seconds a Mirage F1 nukes your stuff. He really needs to move this iHawk now, or it's going to get blown up. It has been pinged, but they've got 6 minutes to sort this out. And, yeah, this is just not... this isn't a pretty good spot. It's just sort of evaded everything. I think this will see it. Anyway, the Lars continue to fire there. Not much happening over here. Would have loved to have seen Red just send like 1 unit to here. More Jaeger reinforcements coming in, and yeah, the airborne need to get cycled, or they're gonna lose. And they're not doing so well against the Paras Marine. Snipers falling back, Stingers falling back. Airborne leader coming up here, and these 2 arty pieces just haven't been doing anything. So it's a big shame, you know, because he bought this, and this is half a minute's income. Sold the transports like, but they should be doing something. And you see that the Lars is doing stuff. Like it got that mortar there. CV's firing, which is really bad because yeah, I thought it'd be the LGBT, but Jaguar HE takes it out. And they don't have time for this, man, because now they got to buy another one. And yeah, this thing was moved even further back. Like, what? Okay, there we go. It's very dead now. And more arty. I don't agree with that at all. They need frontline. They need to move up. 2 iHawks here, but 1's out of ammo. And keep in mind there are 4 of these. That one gets evac, so the Cobra's going to make it. You see there's a lot of ASFs here. And Red, they got to get back in, but it's going to take time. And they don't have time because they lost this. If it was just mid, not such a problem. But because they lost Bravo, that's really not good. So one thing you can do if you're on the red side is you can put an ATGM here. You see that this is a good ATGM because look, it can literally shoot down the road. And so I can't see Red getting back in here, to tell you the truth. They just need so much to get back in here. And once they do make it down the road, they're going to get hit by the second line of defense, basically, the ATGM. So, alright, they're going for it, and that Marder's already got a smoke off. But, you know, the Leopard does have to back. Bit unlucky there, Pro Commie, getting the miss. I mean, these are the same thing. Literally the same thing. Yeah, over here, Cuff is taking the lead and trying to get back in here. But, you know, it ain't easy, and they just don't have the time. I think it would have been a better idea for Pro Commie to help Cuff take mid back. Or actually, probably be a better idea for Cuff and Pro Commie to take this back and then rotate into mid. Because if you both try and take one zone back each, it's going to take a lot longer. And then, you know, and then you've had it. So, a bunch of mortars out here. 4 mortars. It's doing something, particularly against these small HP squads like the Sniper and the Airborne Dragon. And Red, you know, they're just struggling to move up. Like, these aren't doing anything. Just put them on counter battery, do you know what I mean? But I really disagree with this level of artillery investment. Like, he's not even using this, and that's a minute's income. You don't have time for that right now. And you see Pro Commie is getting back in here, so imagine if Cuff was helping him out a bit. I mean, I know he's got his Cobra back here. Instead of trying to push back mid, Cuff and Pro Commie both went in here. And that's the difference in 2v2. You get these teams that coordinate really well. And you get these teams that spill a drink on their arm. And it goes all sticky and horrible. Just asking for a friend. Yeah, so but Pro Commie, he's getting back in. And so if he had just... like, you can get to there, no problem. He should have mixed in some AT. I mean, the Panzerfaust 44s do have the range and the accuracy. But yeah, like, this guy can get to here. He's probably a bit wary of it on account of the time taken. Emperor Nate is just trying to buy time. Like, he's just sending in Leopard 2A4s into the forest because he's just trying to buy time here. Oh no, this is probably going to die. Oh, this is going to be so sad. Like, it misses, and then, I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference. They should have just backed. Because now they don't have a CV there either, and there's 1 minute 36 left, so they've lost. Because, like, unless this can get in there right now. And you see that they did manage to push it back. They did manage to push it back. Ah, Tornado goes down there. And they got the tank, but they lost the CV, you know. And imagine if these were on smoke duty, right? 1 smoke here for this one. And 1 smoke here for that one, but they're not doing anything. And this isn't doing anything, and these aren't doing anything. And I don't think, there you go, there's the surrender. So that was an absolutely wild game. Absolutely wild game there. I really do think that if Commie hadn't bought all that crap, they would have won. And if he could have just bought it later, you know, but instead he bought it then. And you see, you know, Commie's a really strong player, rank 22 right now. But he just let the side down this game. He bought too much art. He should have bought more ground stuff. Whereas Blue, their strategy was quite simple. Can't check Emperor Nate's profile because it just comes up with mine. But you see, SaintBlindFire doesn't have that many games. Probably the weakest player here, but it's just the teamwork of Blue was just superior. The strategy was superior. Both go in on mid, and then they spotted an opportunity, seized that opportunity, and then basically went back to stacking mid. Or, well, at least then they just defended hard. So I think Red had the better draft there, and yeah, it was just sag, as they say. Really interesting game. Like, you see that the red opener was strong, but just buying all that arty was really not intelligent at all. Anyway, I've laboured the point long enough. Please do let me know what you think, and I'll see you around.